Welcome to the Janine Turner Radio Show. Hear the thunder! From Mockingbird Hill Ranch in Texas. Yeehaw!
Howdy! How are you? Welcome to the Janine Turner Show. Hear the thunder! What's happening? Well, listen, we have a wonderful, wonderful segment for you today. Sarah Palin, God bless her, what a great American. She is a great American and loves our republic and wants to do everything she can to preserve our republic. God bless her for withstanding the avalanche of criticism that she receives. And you know what? She's brave, just like our founding fathers were. They were brave. I mean, it's interesting. In all the research I do about our founding fathers, because I'm so obsessed with them, you know, we think that during the revolutionary times, it was just breezy, easy. I mean, everyone in the colonies wanted to, the majority at least, wanted to have the revolution, and that they were just kind of standing up and getting ready to forsake their lives and their fortunes and their sacred honor, you know, just kind of like everybody else. But that wasn't true. There was a 50-50 kind of divide, and there were a lot of people very loyal to Britain, did not agree with what the founding fathers were doing, but they remained true to their principles and their vision and their inner voice of what they knew was right. And that is something that Sarah Palin does. And you know what? Not only does Sarah Palin do, but the people who support Sarah Palin, Governor Palin, also are brave. And today's segment is an example of that. A gentleman, Doug Horst, in Pennsylvania, decided he and his wife, Roxy, to put a sign in their restaurant that supported Governor Palin, and you will not believe the backlash that they received. People wanted to shut down their restaurant. This is just unreal. I can imagine anyone doing that for anybody else other than God bless Sarah Palin. It's just, this is America. We have a right to want to vote for who we want to vote without people threatening to close down a restaurant. So we're going to cut to commercial break. When we come back, don't miss this special episode. Sheya is going to be our guest for Conservatives for Palin, and Doug Horst from Pennsylvania is going to be telling us the story of what happened when he dared to put a sign out, it's kind of a neon type of sign, in the window of his restaurant supporting Governor Palin. All right, don't miss it. Right back at you. Okay, here are our special guests, Doug Horst from Pennsylvania. He lives near Hershey, Pennsylvania. Do you like Hershey chocolate? I do. And I'll tell you what, the next time I'm in near his place in Palmyra, I think they say Palmyra, Pennsylvania, I'm going to visit the Hometown Family Restaurant. And so here are Doug and Sheya.
Doug and Sheya, welcome to the Janine Turner Show.
Hi, Janine. Hi, Doug. It's a pleasure speaking to the both of you.
Hi, Sheya. Hi, Janine. It's a pleasure and honor to be here today.
Oh, well, this is great fun, and I have to say this is the first time we've had three people doing on the interview at the same time. So this is the first, but we did it. We figured out how to do a conference line. Well,
I'm an editor for the website conservativesforpalin.com, and we regularly receive tips from readers who send us some stuff they find, they see that might interest us. And we received an email. Somebody emailed us with their image. You know, they found their image online. You know, Palin 2012, vote for Palin 2012, just do it. And kind of, you know, which is what interesting. So we decided, you know, we'll post it. You know, the media keeps on telling us how Palin has no support, nobody likes her, she can't, you know, and she doesn't have any support. So we figured that a restaurant in Pennsylvania, you know, with such a sign, we'll run with it. Now, we weren't exactly sure whether it was true or not, so we figured, you know, we'll run with it anyway. You know, how bad it's an image, how long can we go? Okay, we posted. About a couple of hours later, somebody sent us in an email of a tip that there's a Facebook page that has been created just to destroy that restaurant. For what reason? Simply for free speech. They put up a sign on the private property, the private place, their own business. They didn't step on anybody else's toes. So that kind of got us mad. You know, it was about Palin, but it was a little bit more about Governor Palin. This was already, you know, people infringing the company's freedom of speech, and that was wrong. I called Doug to confirm whether it was actually, on his place, because originally we weren't exactly sure. We didn't have any confirmation, so we had to double check before we went completely wild after this, whether to make sure that it really existed. It wasn't just a made-up thing. And yeah, Judge Doug confirmed it, that they actually did it, which was great. And then we started going after these people. I mean, this is beyond normal. This is beyond hate already. This is kind of the same people that will tell you that we need all these freedoms and we need all these rights and everybody deserves everything. These are the people who try to take it away from those people who don't agree with them.
Yes, I know.
That's how this whole thing...
It's one side. Well, Doug, tell me about the impetus to put the sign up. You're in, how do you pronounce it, Palmyra?
It's in Palmyra, Pennsylvania, which is about 10 minutes from Hershey, and pretty much everybody knows about Hershey, PA, and Hershey chocolate, but not so many people know about Palmyra. So we're right there near Hershey, and we're a family restaurant. We are open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and my wife and I own the restaurant. And the reason, actually, I didn't even know my wife put it on the sign. When Governor Palin first was introduced as a vice president candidate, that was the first I ever heard of her. I saw her speech, and I thought, man, this is a great lady. And my wife wasn't really on board as I was in the beginning, but recently we were watching Palin, Alaska, the show, and my wife said, you know what? I think she would be a good president. And apparently she decided to put on our sign. We have a digital sign outside the restaurant on our property, and we use our sign for lots of things. We promote the restaurant. We promote the kingdom of God. We're Christians. We believe in that. And we just put on what we believe and think. And so she put on, just do it, vote Palin for president. And I didn't even know she did it. She did it one night. It was on one night. And apparently somebody drove by and took pictures of it and sent it to Sheya. I had never even heard of Sheya. And he had called me it was actually a Wednesday morning, and I was pretty busy. And I wasn't even really nice to Sheya. I was probably rude to him because I thought he was trying to sell me something. I didn't know what he was talking about. And I told him to call back and talk to my wife. And then he did, and she confirmed that she put it up there. And, man, did we get excitement from that. It was unbelievable what started happening. Pretty much we started getting phone calls the very next day, lots of phone calls, and from all over the United States.
Hey,
yes.
Doug, let me stop you right there just so our listeners have an idea. It'd be great. Maybe I can put the picture, you can send a picture and I can put it up on, right? They're like neon, well, they're neon lights.
We have a digital sign. I'm sorry?
Oh, it's digital. Four different windows.
Digital sign, yes. It's a digital sign, so it can change and it moves. And someone took a picture. They must have took 4 snapshots of the picture because it moves. So the first picture was vote, the second picture was Palin. So if you were driving by that sign, it would have been flashing vote, and you would have saw Palin, and you would have saw for president. So someone took the time to stop and take pictures.
You know what? I'm actually looking at that picture right now, and you're right. It is 4 pictures put together. It is.
Yeah, we only have one sign.
I thought it would be blocked, and in 4 different windows for 4 different placards. But I see, so
it's a large sign, and
digital.
And yeah, it flashes and moves, and we can continue to change the message all day long. We can just put anything on we want, and just keep flowing and moving.
Hey, I just want to say one thing. The person who took
you put the sign up, and then Sheya called, and tell me what the effect was on your...
Well, we started getting phone calls, like I said, from all over the nation, and a lot of people supporting Palin and say, hey, way to go, way to stand up for your rights. We believe in you. God bless you. You're brave like Palin. All kinds of things. But we also had a lot of threats. People were upset that I did this and said they were going to book fake banquets. They were going to call in fake to-go orders. One person said they were going to call every 5 minutes to tie up our phone lines. We had people saying that we hope we go out of business. We hope all our employees lose our jobs. And I'll tell you, that really upset me. In the economy that we have today, Obama, whether you like him or not, his goal is to try to create jobs to help our economy. So if the liberals really believe in that, why would they want to put me out of business? Why would they want to lose 50 jobs? I employ about 50 people. And why would they want, and a lot of them are single moms, that are raising children by themselves. Why would they want to put single moms out on the street raising children? So it's kind of an oxymoron, kind of talking double talk to say we want jobs, but then we don't believe in what you say, so we want you to go out of business. And I had all kinds of people saying, how dare a business person promote somebody for president? I thought, well, every time there's an election, what do everybody do? They put their signs all in their yards who to vote for. I didn't go around town doing it. It's my business, my sign, my property, and we just put on what we believe. So
businesses support candidates all the time by giving, that's a pretty ironic
statement. It didn't make sense to me. And we have a website and we have a Facebook page. We had 14,000 hits on our Facebook page in that next week. And there would be arguments on our Facebook. People are using our Facebook page to argue back and forth about all kinds of things to do with politics and Sarah Palin. And it's just unbelievable, the excitement that it created and really for putting up a sign for one night. We just couldn't believe it.
So is the sign still up?
Well, it was only up that one night. And then after this started happening, I said, Roxy, put it back on. I said, if this creates this much excitement, I said, let's put it up. We'll show our support for Sarah. And, in advertising, and it doesn't really matter what they say about you as long as they're saying your name. So I figured if everybody wants to talk about Hometown Family Restaurant in Little Palmyra, PA, let them do it. Who cares? It'll be fun. We'll see what happens. And here I am talking to you today. So you never know what's going to happen
you don't.
In life.
Well, were the comments on Facebook, if you got 14,000 hits, how would you, would you say the comments divided?
I would say they were both. To be honest with you, I'd say more people supported Sarah than were against her, which is great. And that should be an indicator to Sarah that she might have more support out there than she knows. And if I can, I'll just say a little bit about what I believe in Sarah. We need somebody to run this country that has a backbone, that isn't scared of what the media has to say, isn't scared of what the good old boys in government want to say, but somebody that can stand up for what they believe in is right. Somebody that fears God, somebody that looks to him for guidance and wants to bring this country back to what we were founded on. That's what we need to do, and I think Sarah would be an awesome person to do that.
Well, I agree with you, and I think that, the byline of my show is what would our founding fathers do, and I love it, Doug, that you live in Pennsylvania where so many great events took place, such as the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, and, hey, sort of fun. But, so many of our founding fathers, I talk about this a lot on the show, they had the courage to make a stand about what they believed against all odds, against all statistics, even though they weren't really supposed to do it. And I think that we need leaders like this today, both in our leaders, but also with the citizens, because it's, as I studied the Federalist Papers last year, and I encourage you to check out and whatnot to study the Constitution. But when I was studying the Federalist Papers, they were talking about the genius of the people. Alexander Hamilton kept talking about the genius of the people, and it's really us. It's people like you who had the courage to put that sign up that's really going to save the republic. And God bless you for doing it. I mean, having the courage to do it, because unfortunately what I think is happening in the mainstream society and have a desire to stand up for what's right. So I think it's wonderful that you did too. I think that's a lot of fun.
I'm in Pennsylvania. It says evil prevails when good men do nothing. And so we got to stand up and do what's right. And if I may say something, Pennsylvania is known as the Keystone State. And I don't know if people realize this, but, William Penn obviously founded Pennsylvania. But William Penn was a man after God's own heart. And when he wrote the Constitution, he put a lot of things in there for Pennsylvania, that they would be men that would seek God's will and not their own will. And this is actually in the Capitol building, a quote from William Penn that says that there may be room there for such a holy experiment. For the nations want a precedent, and my God will make it a seed of the nation, that an example may be set up to the nations, that we may do things that are truly wise and just. And really, William Penn's goal was to set up a government that was just, fair, for the people, and really a government that seek God's will first. And it was supposed to be an example for our nation and an example for the world of how government should be run. And we've gotten away from that, and we need people like Sarah to stand up for what they believe in and do what's right.
Well, and you believe in doing what was right, and not example to your employees about how to take a stand as a patriot. And we have a company here that's sponsoring our Patriot Clubs on Constituting America. Babe's Chicken House. It's a local chicken dinner house here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area where I live. And they are actually taking time once a month to talk to their employees about the United States Constitution. And this is exactly what you're talking about, unity to your country, but also to your employees, that, hey, we have a right to make a stand for what we believe, and it's free speech. And, it's not an amendment just created for the liberals. Well, good to, okay, how's your business?
I'm sorry?
How's your business? Has it slowed down? Has it picked up?
No, actually, business has been great. Business has been brisk. And, in fact, I can't complain at all. I'm very blessed. God has blessed us with a good business. Even in the economy that has been a little rough, we've been able to survive, and I think we're even going to start to thrive. And, I had a friend of mine that always said, when you get a lemon, make lemonade. And I could have looked at this whole situation as a lemon, but I decided to do something about it, and I made some T-shirts up, which I decided, hey, if we got all this excitement, got all these hits, let's make some T-shirts up. And I put on the T-shirt basically the image that she had put on his website, and it says, I support Sarah Palin, and has a flag. And we had put that on a Saturday, and by Monday we had sold 30 or 40 T-shirts. And I just thought that was exciting. And if Sarah does decide she wants to run, I would love to use these T-shirts to help support her, because I believe there's a lot of people out there that do support her, and if they would buy a shirt, we would give a portion of that to Sarah's campaign to help her run and help her get in office so we can have good people doing the right thing.
Oh, that's great. Come by your run on the campaign trail, if you do, yes, and hold a little rally right there.
I would be honored and privileged to have her there, and I believe she would find that a lot of people in Pennsylvania, in Lebanon County is where we're at, and I actually live in Lancaster County. Our area is very conservative, and I think she would have a lot of supporters there to support her.
Well, that's just fantastic. Okay, tell me your hottest selling.
Our hottest selling dish. Boy, I don't even know if I know what that is. No.
Well, we make a lot of
hamburgers
or.
Well, we're a family restaurant, and we are in Pennsylvania Dutch country. So, we do make a lot of things from scratch. We make homemade pot pie. We make pork and sauerkraut. We do roasted chicken, all kinds of different things. But, I would say any of the Pennsylvania Dutch items, you're going to get a taste from our region. And but we have steak, seafood, all kinds of different items on there to appease to everybody. But I think what we really believe in is that when you come to our restaurant, it's going to be a clean family atmosphere where you're going to be treated with respect, and it's just a nice family atmosphere where you can come to enjoy yourself and let all your problems go and enjoy yourself while you're there.
Well, you may have to rename the pot pie Palin pot pie.
There you go. That sounds like a good idea.
See that? You'll have to come up with something for Janine Turner, right? Like the.
Hey, we could do the Turner burger or something, because I understand you raise Longhorn cattle.
Longhorn.
So maybe we could do something. We could do something with the Turner burger or something. I don't know.
There you go. And next time I come to Pennsylvania, I'm coming to see you, and I think you're a great patriot. We need more people in America like you, and God bless you for what you've done. And Sheya, thank you for bringing attention to
Well, that's what we are there for. That's what our site is all about, bringing attention to the media bias and to the hypocrisy. That's what we're there for.
Yes, they're very good. And, I started my foundation, Constituting America, and because we really want to try to combat what's going on in the culture and the respect that the Constitution and the founding principles and our founding fathers, they're just not in the cultural thought anymore, and yet it's so relevant to the way we live our life every day.
I do. I have a daughter, Katie, who's 23, and I have a son, Caleb, who's 20, and my wife, Roxy. We've been married for 27 years. We all work at the restaurant together. My daughter's a dining room manager. My son works in the kitchen, and my wife's the one who put it on the signs. So she gets the credit for doing that, and she takes care of all the office and the bills and things like that. So it truly is a family operation. Yes.
Well, that's great. Well, all right. God bless, and I just can't. I hope more Americans out there will be a dedicated patriot the way you are, Doug. And I look forward to meeting you.
All right, I will, Janine.
And Sheya, you too now.
Yeah, thank you. Let me just touch on one point Doug mentioned. I just want to touch on one thing. That you know how the left will always tell you how the conservatives, we are the people who incite violence, we are the people who cause all the hate. I don't know, Janine and Doug, I've never ever spoken to any conservative who has ever told me that they walked into a restaurant and saw a picture of Obama and walked out. I don't think that ever happened. I'll tell you guys something. Governor Palin has much more support than the media tries to lead us on to believe. Much more support. She's got like this reverse Bradley effect, where some people might tell pollsters they wouldn't vote for her, but actually would. So it's not as the media try to make it out to be. If she runs, she'll be unbelievable. She'll be unstoppable. Just wait.
Well, I think so too. I'm going to say it's conservatives for Palin.
That's right.
And also there's PalinTV.
Yeah, PalinTV. Conservatives for Palin is about, the facts and correcting the record. And PalinTV.com is Governor Palin, in her own words, unfiltered. How she said it, what she said, without the spin.
Oh, very great. Okay, and then tell me your Facebook site.
Well, the name of the restaurant's Hometown Family Restaurant. You can go to we have a website. It's www.hometownfamilyrestaurant.com. And then our Facebook page is Hometown Family Restaurant. So if you go on Facebook and type in Hometown Family Restaurant, I'm sure you'll find it. And anybody out there listening, you can go ahead and make your comments. And it'd be great to support Sarah, and we'd like to see that and hear that.
Awesome. Okay, we'll do next. Y'all go check out Constitution.
Sure, will do. Thank you very much, Doug. Thank you very much, Janine. Take care.
Thank you, Janine, and God bless you for what you're doing.
Oh, well, God bless you, too. Thank you. Thank you both. Spread the word for us in Pennsylvania about our contest for kids. It's elementary.
Okay.
You'll learn about it. It's best short film, best song, best public service announcement. They win like $2,000 prizes or $1,000 prizes. So hundreds across America where people gather together and talk about the Constitution and read the Constitution once a month. So it'd be really awesome if you started a Patriot Club and did it there at the restaurant, and you could send us a video of it because we put video.
And we can find. Where can I find that information at your website, Janine?
Well, you a little bit, but primarily it's Constituting America. There's a link. There's a link over to that website. And we're starting a forum on February 21st, which is next Monday. Sheya, you might be interested. Maybe
sure.
We're taking 90 days. Last year, our forum which we launched last year, we took 90 days, 5 days to study the Constitution and 85 days to study the 85 Federalist Papers. But this year, we're taking 90 days to study just the Constitution. So the Constitution is being broken down in 90 segments. Of course, we all know it's not a very big document. Well, we are going to truly, truly learn bit by bit about the Constitution. So Monday through Friday for 90 days, or 90 segments. You can go to Constitution.
Absolutely. Janine, if you send us in something, we'll post it. Absolutely.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, thank you, Sheya, so much for your dedication. And, Doug, God bless you, too, and God bless you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
You have a great day.
Take care.
You too. Bye.
Well, wasn't that fascinating? It was, wasn't it? We need more patriots like Doug and his family, and Sheya, who's dedicating his time to Conservatives for Palin, and great patriots who are not remaining silent. They're taking a stand for their country, and learning that conservatives could be the squeaky wheel that gets the grease as well, and conservatives certainly have that First Amendment right. And I think for too long, conservatives have kind of sat back, and I like to joke, in their lazy boy chair, and we've let the left really, our liberal brethren and sisters, I like to say, we let them sort of be the squeaky wheels and really learn how to capture the culture everywhere, from schools, culture, press. And now it's time, in a civil way, we conservatives, Tea Partiers, Republicans, libertarians, whatever you want to call it, whatever party, independents, we step forward too and say, wait a minute, we have a First Amendment right as well. And that certainly is what Doug has done. And I applaud him for his actions, for not just sitting back and being politically correct. Politically correctness is not a friend of freedom. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate, of course I have to reiterate, we always want to be politically respectful, but to be politically correct all the time, I think, is muting us as citizens, and it's muting our children. And we can go to other countries and live under socialist and communist dictatorships, and we can live in countries where there's a dictator who's muting people, and they yearn for the freedom to express their voice in whatever party they're in. Unfortunately, many of them may spend their lives never being able to taste that sort of freedom that we have here. And I think when we create a culture where you have to be politically correct, and you're afraid to say Merry Christmas, or to put a sign on your restaurant that says you support Governor Palin, then we're in big trouble. So, hey, more of us need to step out and do what Doug did in Pennsylvania. God bless you all, and have a great day, and I look forward to, we have more guests coming up that are so fantastic. Check in with you tomorrow. Bye.